Greetings, folks. This is Dan Mack here with the members of Momgoblin.
Yeah, this is Gabriel.
Vivian?
Jimmy.
All right. So, guys, tell me first, how did the band form?
Well, actually, we both had just finished being in really shitty bands, and we were like, we thought we were going to quit, and we decided we didn't want to, so we just met up, started linking up, started jamming, started making good music, and, well, music that we felt good about, and then,
Ultimately, we were the rebound band, is what it was, okay? We all had bad relationships that we had to get out of, and then we saw each other, and we decided to hook up, and then we started making beautiful things together, that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So the rebound band, that's what we are.
Do you like this? Do you like that?
Do you like that?
Do you like it when I do this?
Did the fingers work for you?
The fingers work. You need to go faster.
Should I beat it harder?
Yeah, that's how the thrash part happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now, I'm sorry for the premise of this question. Now, I only started hearing about you guys as of last year, but I know that you released music as of 2021. Did you wait to do shows until you had music like that, and music out and everything? So, what was that?
A lot of it was that we did the majority of our work during the pandemic. And of course, there was a lot of bars closed and a lot of things like that. So we took that opportunity as just coming out and just not being with together too long to write, to record, to get our own stuff together, because it's important to be tight on stage. You go up there, you see sloppy bands all the time. And if you don't sound good, you're crap. And so we took that opportunity during the pandemic when all the bars were closed to give it our best and make sure that we sound the best.
I mean, we were ready before the COVID had hit, but then, as soon as we were like, all right, let's start looking for shows, the world shut down, and it was, you know what I mean? It was like a wild time, man. It was pretty crazy. So.
Now, for each individual instrument, who would you say are your biggest influences? So,
Dimebag Darrell, and yesterday was just the anniversary too of the Dime for sure. That's why I got the what is it, the Razorback? I got the Razor, right?
Razorback Dime,
yeah, that's what I got.
Yes. For me, it was like Pantera and like Rush and Victor Wooten and stuff like that made me want to implement some funky stuff. You can be heavy without shredding. So I wanted to implement some heavier, slower stuff too. And so that's what I liked about the Pantera bassist. He was good at doing that. So.
As a drummer, I really like the style of Iron Maiden, Metallica, kind of the old school classic rock style, but the classic metal where, if you didn't have talent, you shouldn't be up there kind of scenario. I see a lot of stuff nowadays that, it's all blast beats, no style. So those are my influences.
understood. Now, first off, you guys sound nothing like that. So I want to ask first, what would you consider to be your genre of music?
Oh, you should take this one away.
Disco thrash. It's like disco. Disco thrash. We just sort of wanted to play stuff that we didn't really hear. I wanted it to be groovy and, not too in your face, or, I wanted it to be pretty and fun. Most importantly, fun.
Okay. Now, when you're writing, where do you draw influence from?
For the most part, we draw from each other. The vast majority of our songs come from just being in the band room. This guy, for whatever reason, he's got a mind for riffs, just catchy riffs. And then we just kind of all pile on top of that. So the majority of influence actually comes from each other, which is why, despite the influence of the different bands that we have, we don't sound like it. Yeah. Even though that's, our style, our preferred, but we draw from each other mostly. And it's a really good chemistry that works in there.
Now, I mentioned earlier that you guys came out with music in 2021. It's on Spotify right now. I believe it's self-titled. Is it self-titled? Now, tell me about the recording of that.
The recording is all done in my studio. I did the mixing and, unfortunately, the mastering. You're not supposed to master your own stuff, but I'm cheap. So what we basically went in the studio. We decided, hey, we've got all these songs written. We've got all the equipment. Let's give it a shot. And we didn't really lay it down track by track. Most of the stuff that you hear on our album is actually us playing it live, just polished in the studio.
All right. And now, when it comes to playing live, you guys have been picking up a lot of shows lately and everything. And of course, you played one of our shows, which I greatly appreciate. Thank you very much. Is there anything in particular as far as any sort of ritual that you guys have before shows?
Coffee.
We go to Dutch Bros. I don't know why. We go, we have a piece of drink of coffee, we chill, we kind of get our mindset right.
Yeah.
Because we really want to put our best show on. Because, see, when you were asking the question about musically speaking, how do we write? We focus on telling stories. I think that's kind of the bands nowadays just kind of talk about a particular fun thing or subject, and they don't really tell a story from beginning to end. So we kind of try to get ourselves focused and get ready to tell those stories to the best of our advantage, our ability. I mean,
We didn't even mean to like start Dutch Bros like that. We just started. We were just like, hey, you know what? Let's go get some coffee, dude. Like you're just nervous and your palms are sweaty. You're like, dude, I need to do something. So, so you're just there sipping coffee.
So what you're saying basically is that up on stage, that's caffeine fueled insanity.
That's exactly what that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what I'm shaking. Start shaking.
That's how you get the chug, right?
So tired.
Yeah. That's how I double bass. It's nothing in the footwork. It's all just shivering. It's all the jitters, caffeine jitters.
Now, I keep mentioning the album that came out. Since you released it during the pandemic, it's been a year and a half. Presumably, you guys have had some more stuff brewing. Now, does any of that get played live at this point, or is it still kind of in the works?
oh yeah, we do play go ahead, yeah.
Oh no, you go.
So yeah, we do play a couple live, and we're actually writing more that we're planning on doing at the shows also. But we want to record them also, so that we're ready for our second album.
Yeah.
I think right now the two that we haven't recorded yet are Salty Earth and The Wretched. We haven't.
Wretched.
Yeah. So if whenever they show them on there, those are two that aren't recorded.
Both you can find live on our YouTube channel. Momgoblin.youtube. So.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, aside from writing future music and everything, do you guys have any plans for the future? Is there any intention that where to go with this tour? More releases, physical releases, or just digital music? What are the plans?
Not recently. In today's age, it's mostly digital. I mean, handing out CDs is people look at you funny. Who has a CD player anymore? You have one, okay. I have a CD burner, but I haven't actually used it. But I think going forth, we're going to set our sights on Austin. We're going to break into the Austin scene, maybe try to get into South by Southwest, even the run. What is that? The marathon, the rock and roll marathon, things like that.
We do want to tour though too.
Oh yes, we do want to tour, and so I think we're going to set our sights on expanding from San Antonio.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so that is my last primary question. So here comes the fun part, the lightning round that I mentioned earlier. And like I said, it's just a series of little questions. Starts off with a few and then just goes into some off-the-rail shit. So first question, here we go. Chicken or steak?
Ooh, steak.
Vegan.
Steak, definitely steak.
All right. Coffee or tea?
Ah, coffee, man.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Waffles or pancakes?
Damn, really busting out the ball busters. Waffles.
Pancakes.
Well, waffles are just pancakes with abs, so why not both?
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Both.
They both taste funny to me.
Elvis Presley or the Beatles?
Oh, Elvis.
The Beatles.
I gotta go with the Beatles.
In Black Sabbath, do you prefer Dio or Ozzy?
Dio. Come on.
Dio.
I gotta agree with Dio, yeah.
In Van Halen, do you prefer David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar?
David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth.
I'm going with
I had to whisper that one.
yeah, Roth. Yeah.
Yeah, David Lee, yeah, oh yeah.
Who would win in an arm wrestling match, Lemmy or God?
Oh, it's a trick question. Lemmy is God.
Yep. There you go. There's a number of people who haven't gotten that right yet. Sum up Metallica's last 25 years in 3 words or less.
Yeah.
Epic. Longevity.
I don't know, I'm not into their big stuff, but if I had to guess 3 words, Go back to old.
That's 4.
I never claimed to count. Nobody told me we were doing math.
Never claimed to math.
And the last question, if Mom Goblin were stranded on a desert island, which one of you gets eaten first?
Don't look at me. Just because I got the most sustainability.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's
You know
just
what?
wrong.
I changed my answer. Probably me, because this guy can build anything. He'd probably get a raft and take us off the freaking island. So, out of nothing. Yeah. Oh, well, you know what I mean.
Very nice, guys. Thank you very much. This has been Mom Goblin. You can check them out on Spotify. It's Mom Goblin, MOM. Because I don't know. It sounds like Mob Goblin when I say it. So it's so. Yes. Yeah. So it's Mom Goblin, like your mother. And so until next time, I'm Dan Mack, and the Shred Shack will see you.